I know you're watching this video because something inside you has changed. Maybe you've noticed that the confidence you've always had as a man has simply started to disappear. And worst of all, no one talks about it openly. It's like a closely guarded secret, a silent shame that we carry alone, trying to pretend that everything is fine when we know that something fundamental to our masculinity is being lost with each passing day. Today, I'm going to reveal something that may be sabotaging your masculinity in a way you never imagined. 2 vitamins that promise to give you energy and vitality, but that may actually be blocking your natural testosterone production and silently and devastatingly destroying your sexual potency. And if you are over 50, or approaching that age, you need to pay close attention to what I am about to tell you, because it could be the difference between regaining your virility or accepting a life of sexual mediocrity. Before continuing, if you are a man and are experiencing this type of problem, please like this video so that the algorithm can reach other men who are in the same situation. And subscribe to the channel because I'm going to teach you how to reverse this situation naturally and safely, without relying on heavy chemicals or treatments that can cause more problems than solutions. Let's get started. First, I want you to understand something very important. What is happening to you is not your fault. It is not a lack of willpower. It is not because you are getting old, and it is certainly not because you are no longer man enough. What's happening is that your body is being bombarded every day by substances that interfere with your hormone production, and 2 of these substances may be right there on your bedside table, disguised as vitamins that are supposed to be good for you. I understand perfectly what you're going through. The feeling of frustration when you realize that your body no longer responds as it used to. The anxiety that arises when you are about to have an intimate moment with your partner. The fear of not being able to live up to expectations. The silent shame you carry, pretending that everything is fine, when in fact you feel less like a man with each passing day. The first vitamin that is destroying your potency is synthetic vitamin E. That's right, the vitamin you buy at the pharmacy, thinking it will give you more energy and protect your heart. The problem is that most vitamin E sold on the market is synthetic, made in a laboratory, and has a completely different molecular structure than the natural vitamin E found in food. It's like a cheap imitation of something that nature took millions of years to perfect. When you consume synthetic vitamin E regularly, it competes with the natural vitamin E in your body. And you know what happens? Your testosterone production begins to be compromised gradually but consistently. Studies show that high doses of synthetic vitamin E can reduce testosterone levels by up to 20%. Imagine the impact this has on your intimate life, your mood, your confidence as a man. It's as if you were taking something to improve your health, but in fact you were sabotaging your masculinity. But that's not even the worst of it. The second vitamin that is sabotaging your masculinity is even more surprising, and you may be taking it right now. It's excess vitamin D3, especially when taken alone, without the necessary cofactors. I know this sounds contradictory, because you've probably heard that vitamin D is essential for testosterone. And it's true, but here's the problem that almost no one tells you. When you take high doses of vitamin D3 without magnesium, without vitamin K2, without the other nutrients that work in synergy with it, you create a dangerous imbalance in your body. This imbalance causes calcium to deposit in the wrong places in your body, including the soft tissues of your reproductive organs. The result: reduced blood flow, decreased sensitivity, loss of firmness. It's like trying to fix one problem by creating an even bigger one. You are literally calcifying the tissues that need to be flexible and well irrigated to function properly. And there's more. When you take too much vitamin D3 without the proper cofactors, you deplete your magnesium reserves. And magnesium is absolutely crucial for more than 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including many that are essential for testosterone production. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul, creating deficiencies elsewhere while trying to solve one problem. But don't worry, I'm not telling you to stop taking vitamins. I'm telling you to understand that the problem isn't isolated vitamin deficiencies. The problem is much deeper and has to do with how our bodies produce and utilize male hormones. It's a complex system that needs to be treated as a whole, not as isolated parts. Do you know what the real cause of male potency loss after age 50 is? It's the gradual reduction in testosterone production, which happens naturally as we age, but can be dramatically accelerated by external factors such as chronic stress, poor diet rich in processed foods, lack of resistance exercise, poor sleep, and yes, incorrect supplementation with synthetic vitamins that interfere with the delicate male hormonal balance. When your testosterone levels start to drop, several things happen in your body simultaneously and devastatingly. First, you lose muscle mass and gain abdominal fat, especially in the belly area, which is precisely where estrogen receptors are concentrated. Second, your libido decreases dramatically, and your ability to maintain firm and lasting erections is severely compromised. Third, your mood changes completely. You become more irritable, more anxious, less confident, with less energy to face everyday challenges. It's a vicious cycle that affects every aspect of your life. The less testosterone you produce, the more abdominal fat you accumulate. The more abdominal fat you have, the more that fat converts your testosterone into estrogen through an enzyme called aromatase. The more estrogen you have circulating in your system, the less testosterone your body naturally produces. It's a downward spiral that can completely destroy your masculinity if you don't know how to stop it. And the worst part is that it directly affects your relationship in a devastating way. Your partner may start to feel rejected, thinking that you no longer desire her, that you've lost interest in her, that you may be interested in someone else. You start avoiding intimacy for fear of disappointing her, for fear of not being able to get a proper erection, for fear of coming too quickly, or not being able to maintain the necessary rigidity. This creates an emotional distance that can destroy years of building a solid, loving relationship. I've talked to hundreds of men who have been through this. Successful men, family men, accomplished professionals who suddenly found themselves lost, not knowing how to deal with this cruel new reality. Men who had always been confident, who had always been leaders in their families and at work, who suddenly felt small, inadequate, less masculine. And most of them made the same mistake. They tried to solve the problem with isolated solutions, without understanding that the male body works as an integrated and complex system. Some tried prescription drugs, but found that the side effects were almost worse than the original problem. Headaches, vision problems, psychological dependence, high costs, the need to plan their sex life in advance. Others tried alternative therapies, but without a solid scientific basis, the results were inconsistent and frustrating. That's where something that can make all the difference in your life comes in. Something I discovered during years of research on male hormonal health. There is a natural approach that works directly with your body's mechanisms to restore male hormone production gradually, safely, and permanently. An approach that uses natural compounds that nature has developed over millions of years, specifically to optimize male sexual function, and that have been tested and validated by modern science. One of these extraordinary compounds is Peruvian maca, an ancient root that grows at extreme altitudes in the Andes and has been used for over 3,000 years by Andean peoples as the most powerful enhancer of male fertility and virility found in nature. Modern research confirms that maca has the unique ability to naturally balance the male endocrine system, significantly increasing levels of free testosterone, which is the form of testosterone that really matters for your sexual potency, energy, and confidence as a man. Another absolutely extraordinary compound is Tribulus terrestris, a hardy plant that grows in harsh conditions and develops unique bioactive compounds to survive. This plant has the ability to directly stimulate the natural production of luteinizing hormone, which is the hormone responsible for signaling to your testicles that they should produce more testosterone. It's like giving a direct and powerful command to your body to start functioning again, as it did when you were younger, more virile, and more confident. There is also fenugreek extract, an ancient spice that not only significantly increases testosterone production, but also dramatically improves the sensitivity of hormone receptors throughout your body. This means that your body not only produces much more testosterone, but also makes much better use of the testosterone that is being produced. It is a complete and comprehensive optimization of your hormonal system that results in explosive energy, renewed libido, and restored confidence. And let's not forget saw palmetto, an extract from a native palm tree that has the unique ability to protect your prostate and prevent testosterone from being unnecessarily converted into excess DHT, keeping your hormone levels perfectly balanced and healthy. It's natural protection that ensures you have energy, vitality, and sexual potency for much longer, even as you age. The most interesting and powerful thing is that these compounds work in perfect synergy. They do not act in isolation like the synthetic vitamins I mentioned at the beginning, which compete with each other and create imbalances. They form a natural and harmonious support network that gradually and sustainably restores the optimal functioning of your male reproductive system, respecting your body's wisdom and enhancing its natural capabilities. I discovered this when I learned about Alpha Vita, a revolutionary supplement that combines all these powerful natural compounds in an advanced formula developed specifically for men who want to regain their vitality and sexual confidence in a natural and lasting way. What caught my attention about Alpha Vita was not only the exceptional quality of the ingredients, but the intelligent and scientific way they were combined to maximize the absorption and effectiveness of each component. The Alpha Vita formula also includes alpha-lipoic acid, which is an extremely powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from harmful oxidation and significantly improves insulin sensitivity, factors that are absolutely crucial for maintaining healthy and stable hormone levels over time. It also contains silymarin, extracted from milk thistle, which protects and regenerates your liver, ensuring that it can properly process all the hormones your body is producing in a renewed way. And to ensure that you absorb all these nutrients in the best possible way and get the maximum benefits, the formula includes black pepper extract, which contains piperine, a compound that significantly increases the bioavailability of all other active compounds. It's as if each capsule you take is optimized to deliver the maximum possible results, ensuring that no nutrients are wasted. What impresses me most deeply is that Alpha Vita offers a completely natural and respectful approach to your body, without the devastating side effects of chemical medications, without creating physical or psychological dependence, and without negatively interfering with other medications you may be taking for other health conditions. It's simply giving your body the specific, targeted nutrients it needs to get back to functioning the way it was meant to naturally. Imagine for a moment what it would be like to regain that unshakable confidence you had in your 30s and 40s. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling that powerful masculine energy pulsing through your veins, feeling your body responding the way you always knew it should. Imagine the look of admiration and desire in your partner's eyes when she realizes that the strong, confident man she fell in love with is back, more present, more virile, and more self-assured than ever. But this isn't just about sex, although a healthy sex life is essential for a man to feel complete and fulfilled. It's about feeling like a real man again in every aspect of your life. It's about having abundant energy to work with passion and determination, to play sports and stay active, to play with your children or grandchildren with enthusiasm and joy. It's about looking in the mirror every morning and recognizing yourself, seeing that determined, strong, confident man who has always existed within you, but was being suffocated by hormonal imbalances. And I'll tell you a truth that may change your perspective forever. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, 70, or older. Your body still has the incredible ability to produce hormones at healthy levels that are adequate for a full and satisfying sex life. What happens is that it needs the right support, the right specific nutrients, the right bioactive compounds to reactivate these vital functions that have been dormant or suppressed over the years. Many men mistakenly believe that it is normal and inevitable to lose potency with age, that it is natural to accept that sex life is over after 50, that energy levels have permanently declined, that confidence will never return. But this is a cruel lie that society tells us to make us accept a life of mediocrity. The truth is that our bodies need more specific nutritional support as we age, and when we provide that support in the right scientific way, the results can be absolutely extraordinary and transformative. I have seen men in their 60s completely regain the sexual vitality they had in their 40s. I have seen relationships that were hanging by a thread completely transformed and revitalized. I have seen men who were depressed, hopeless, and feeling like failures regain that special sparkle in their eyes. That confident posture of someone who feels like a real man and capable of conquering any challenge. The fundamental secret lies in understanding that your body is an absolutely incredible and sophisticated machine, but that it needs specific, high-quality raw materials to function properly at its maximum potential. When you provide the scientifically validated natural compounds that stimulate hormone production, dramatically improve blood circulation, and optimize all sexual functions, you are simply allowing your body to express its full natural and powerful masculine potential. And Alpha Vita does just that in a masterful way. It works quietly behind the scenes in your body, gradually but consistently restoring your hormonal balance, improving your vital energy, increasing your libido, strengthening your erections, and improving your stamina and confidence. It is a natural and respectful process that completely respects your body's timing, but delivers consistent, measurable, and long-lasting results. It is extremely simple and convenient to use, just 2 capsules per day, preferably with main meals. This ensures proper absorption and provides your body with constant, balanced support throughout the day. Many men begin to notice the first encouraging signs of improvement within the first few weeks of use, with a noticeable increase in energy, mood, and disposition. The most significant and transformative results in the sexual area usually appear between the 3rd and 6th week of regular and consistent use. And one absolutely crucial thing you need to know, you will not develop any kind of dependence on Alpha Vita. Quite the contrary. As your body gradually regains its natural and innate ability to produce hormones at adequate and healthy levels, you can even reduce the dosage or take strategic breaks in use while maintaining all the benefits you have achieved. Your body will remember how to function properly again. This is completely different and superior to other solutions on the market, which can create physical and psychological dependence or have unwanted and dangerous side effects. Alpha Vita works harmoniously with your body, never against it. It enhances and optimizes your natural functions. It does not artificially replace them. It is a respectful partnership between modern science and the ancient wisdom of nature. Look, I understand if you are skeptical right now. After dealing with this frustrating problem for so long, after perhaps having already tried other things that did not work as promised, it is absolutely natural to have doubts and resistance. But I want you to know one very important thing. You are not alone on this difficult and challenging journey. Thousands of men around the world have already experienced this profound transformation and are living a full, satisfying, and confident sex life again. The fundamental difference lies in choosing an approach that really works consistently, that is based on solid, proven science, and that uses natural ingredients with efficacy validated by independent research. Alpha Vita represents years of intensive research and careful development, bringing together in a single optimized formula the most effective and safe compounds for male sexual health that nature and science can offer. Think about it for a moment. How much is it worth to you to completely regain your confidence as a man? How much is it worth to be able to look your partner in the eyes without feeling shame, insecurity, or anxiety? How much is it worth to wake up every morning feeling that vibrant masculine energy that drives you to achieve your personal and professional goals? How much is it worth to feel in control of your own masculinity again? The investment you make in Alpha Vita is a direct investment in your quality of life, your relationship, your self-esteem, and your overall health. It's much less than you would spend on endless doctor's appointments, expensive tests, and alternative treatments that may not even work properly, and much less than the devastating emotional cost of continuing to live with this problem that affects every aspect of your life. But beyond all that, Alpha Vita offers something that no other product on the market offers: the real possibility of reconnecting with your deepest masculine essence in a natural, safe, and healthy way. It's not about becoming someone you're not or never were. It's about going back to being exactly who you've always been at your best, but now with all the wisdom, experience, and maturity that the years have brought to your life. Have you ever imagined what it will be like when your partner notices the positive and profound change in you? When she feels that irresistible attraction again, that burning passion you had at the beginning of your relationship? When she realizes that you are more emotionally present, more physically confident, more emotionally involved? It is a transformation that goes far beyond the physical, reaching the emotional, psychological, and spiritual. And this is powerfully reflected in all areas of your life. At work, you will have more sustained energy and unwavering determination. With friends, you will feel more at ease, more sociable, and more confident. In your social life, you will regain that natural masculine presence that attracts genuine respect and spontaneous admiration. It is a complete transformation that begins with the physical, but expands to all aspects of your existence. Because deep down, sexual potency is a direct and faithful reflection of your overall vitality as a man. When you are functioning well sexually, when your hormones are balanced, when your energy is high, everything else in your life tends to improve naturally as well. It's as if you regain a fundamental and essential aspect of your masculine identity that was temporarily lost. Alpha Vita is not just another supplement in a market saturated with empty promises. It is a powerful tool for profound personal transformation. It is the scientifically developed key that can open the door to an extraordinary new phase of your life, where you feel back in total control, where you recognize yourself as the strong, confident, and virile man you have always been in your purest essence. And I want to extend a special and sincere invitation to you. If you've come this far, if you've watched this video up to this crucial point, it's because something deep inside you knows that the time has come to do something concrete. The time has come to stop passively accepting a situation that doesn't represent you, that doesn't match who you really are in your deepest core. The link to learn more about Alpha Vita and all its transformative possibilities is in the pinned comment on this video. There you will find all the detailed information about the complete formula, how to use it correctly, the results you can realistically expect, and the studies that prove its effectiveness. You will be able to make a conscious and informed choice about taking this courageous step toward your masculine transformation. But before you leave here, I want you to do some very important things that can make a difference in the lives of other men. Like this video so that more men can have access to this valuable and transformative information. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I'll continue to bring you exclusive content that can make a real difference in your life. And leave a comment telling us what your main discovery was after watching this video in full. Always remember, you don't have to accept the loss of potency as something inevitable and permanent. You don't have to resign yourself to a mediocre and frustrating sex life. You don't have to carry the heavy burden of shame and insecurity alone. There is a natural, scientifically proven, safe, and effective solution available to you right now. Alpha Vita could be the beginning of an extraordinary new story in your life. A story where you feel like a real man again, where your confidence is restored in all areas, where your relationship is revitalized and strengthened. A story where you prove to yourself that it's never too late to start over and live your natural masculinity to the fullest. The final choice is entirely yours. You can continue as you are, passively waiting for things to improve on their own by some miracle, or you can take a courageous step and actively seek the profound transformation you deserve and need. I sincerely hope you choose to fight for yourself, because you are worth the fight. You deserve the victory. The link to Alpha Vita is in the pinned comment.